Hey, welcome to another episode of The Throne. Today, we got a triple threat: producer, singer, and actor, Andre Pitre. We're going to do a one-on-one interview. Bird's going to handle that, and then we're going to get on the panel, and we're going to talk about men's mental health. You don't want to miss this episode. Let's get this thing going. We are The Throne.
We are The Throne. We are The Throne.
Hey, welcome to The Throne. It's your girl Bird with the word here. We are doing something different today. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. Everyone on the Facebook network all over the world. Without you, we would not be able to do this. So we thank you. We are on Facebook, TikTok. Go ahead, join us, check in, comment, tell us how you're feeling. We have a special show today, but I want to give shout out to my crew. Dr. Charles King Smith, our leader, our executive producer. Thank you, sir, for allowing us this opportunity to share and have the conversation that other people don't want to have. You on The Throne, we keep it real here. We keep it real and we keep it royal. Shout out to our girl Nikita Richburg, Coach and Rich, Tasha Wilson, aka Live, and the greedy guy, Roshan Wilson. Man, y'all hungry? Check out my boy, Chef Ro with the greedy guy. Today we have a special show today. We've been talking about just mental health and for Black men and men in general, giving them a space to talk. And we have a special guest here today, the triple threat in entertainment. NAACP-nominated actor, singer, writer, producer, Andre Pitre. Hello, sir. How you doing today?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here with you today. I've seen you, and let me just say, this gentleman in the studio today, you've probably seen him on several stages on screen, but he just has such a good heart. And today we are going to be talking about his stage play that you wrote and produced and act in. 7 characters.
7.
All you.
All me.
I love it. It's called The Black Man. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, first off, thank you guys for having me here. The Black Man was created. God put it on my heart. I started my production company in 2000 with my business partner, Charnel Brown, aka Kimberly Reese from the hit NBC show A Different World. And so I was going through some stuff at the time, and God put it on my heart because the way we work, I create and she fills in the blanks. So she wrote it. I play 7 different characters: the businessman, the church guy, the good guy, the entertainer, the down low brother, the gangster. And it just dives into what we deal with as men from those different perspectives. And it's not bashing women. This has nothing to do because without you guys, we don't survive. This is about us as men wanting to have safe places from whatever walk of life we come from.
I love it. So let me ask you this. Which character is more you?
Well, I could say all of them, but I don't want to give away too much of the show because one of the characters I play myself. So depending on how I'm feeling that day or whatever I come to the stage with, some nights I just sit and cry. It just depends on what I'm dealing with. And I do a Q&A after the show. My goal and my prayer, what God put on my heart, is to create a safe place for us as men to speak and have people look in. We do a Q&A afterwards. I want the men to speak first. I'm open to other people's perspective, women, girlfriends, wives, whomever, but I want them to hear what we have to say outside of home. Because a lot of men, from me doing the show, the first time they spoke was after watching my show, and that meant a lot to me. The testimonies, when I tell you, it's humbling because the stuff I've gone through in my life allowed me to be transparent as an actor. You know, I've been singing and acting since I was 4 years old. I've worked with Tyler Perry, Dave Talbot, Morris Chestnut, some amazing people, but I was always creating my own stuff. And before my dad passed, he passed in 2015. I'm the oldest of 3 boys, so he always encouraged me to build my own table.
I love that.
And he would always tell me, say, man, you're a leader. Because I was always in the stuff. He said, boy, you keep shit going. And so I was always creative. I would dress up my middle brother. Right now he's 6'7". I have a younger brother as well. I'm the shortest one out of 3. and I would always create whatever I was feeling and perform for my family.
Oh, wow.
So right now what I see is, or what you guys see is a little me acting out as a grown man. This is just a little boy.
I love it.
And that's all we are as men. We're little boys crying out from wherever we came from to be heard.
I love that because we often hear about protecting your inner child, and it sounds like that's what you're doing. And I think I read somewhere, heard somewhere that you think of this as ministry.
It is,
and I can hear it in your voice, like even from the start, like when you're talking about how you bring in your younger brother and you dress him up, and then you're giving men the space to speak. And like you said, some of them, this is the only time they get to do that.
Yeah, it's just a trip how God works, because when you're going through it, and like I said, everything that I'm doing, I've been doing this my whole life. Anyone that knows me, I've always been creative. I've always loved to perform and to sing. But behind the smile, behind the laughter, the enjoyment, I was crying. I'm crying on the inside. I'm broken. I'm bleeding. And I listen to a lot of just powerful words and leaders and some of the churches that I attend. And just listening to these men speak from their heart, and it's powerful because much is given, much is required. It's not easy for anybody to get in front of anyone and become vulnerable.
Right.
And I give all credit to my mom and dad. They were married 41 years before my dad passed.
Wow.
But my dad was very hard on me. He saw something in me that I didn't see, and I used to be like, damn, Dad, can you he would talk to me for hours, like, because when he got tired of whipping me, his words broke me more than anything. And he said it from a place where he only knew, because I used to be mad. I used to be frustrated, like, why are you coming at me like this? But when he passed, I realized that's all he knew. He came from a place of pain. He came from a place of a structure.
Yeah.
So that's all he knew. And so I share my story because, my dad died from alcoholic dementia. Alcohol was his vice.
Okay.
So he was a great father, great disciplinarian. He coached baseball in the community for over 20 some years. But I watched how he handled the other young men and how he handled me and the things he used to say to me versus them. And he says, if I don't stay on you, watch how you need a father in your life. I'm on you for a reason. And so the back and forth and friction we had, it really, I thank God I was able to make peace with him before he passed, because the way he would treat my mom at times, I was like, damn, why you act like this? But he told me, he said, you don't think I'm hurting?
Wow.
You don't think I'm sick? He said, you try losing your mom. You tried taking care of because my dad was the oldest it was 10 of them, 8 boys, 2 girls. But he was talking to me in a state where he was drinking, so I'm judging him. And I was like, and when before he passed, we was able to make peace. And he said, man, what a life. He was only 69 when he passed. I watched him take his last breath, and it changed everything for me.
That happened.
It changed everything.
We have similar stories. So my dad passed it like right before he was 69. But you saying that about your father and him being so strong and tough on you, and how you saw he treated other children. 2 things. One, what would you say to someone who maybe has a hard father, who's wondering and questioning? They're still here. Maybe they're angry. What would you say to someone like that?
Well, number one, I would say kudos for that man still being in that child's life. Because it's hard. It's hard because we deal with so much when we walk out of that door.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking, everybody comes from different walks of life.
Right.
None of us have the right answers. None of us know how to be the man that people want us to be. That's learned behavior. And if you dealt with childhood trauma that a lot of us don't tackle, we just grow up and we keep doing the same thing. But God has a way of shaking things up. And if you're aligned with him, you'll get it. It takes longer than others. But I would say that we have to have grace for our parents.
They're people. Because
a lot of them were not taught how to talk. How to sit down. Like most men in my dad's era and my grandparents, they had to work. They couldn't come home and say, I'm tired, I don't feel like doing this. They had to provide. And a lot of their vices were unhealthy vices. It was drinking, it was women, it was drugs, it was whatever they saw.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's not a bad thing. If that's all you know, that's all you know. So the tools, you know, I watch, thank God for my mom with the compassion, because my mom prays about everything.
Yeah.
Every time there's a problem, she said, Andre, pray. When I used to be mad at my dad and I come home and didn't want to speak to him, she said, I need you to be the bigger person.
Wow. You didn't always want to do
that? I get emotional when I say, but I thank God for those moments when.
It's okay. Take your time.
As a son, I had to forgive my daddy. Because my mom was like, that's your daddy.
Yeah.
I would come home and I didn't want to speak to him because I watched how he treated my mom. And when I realized, he said, I'm doing the best I can. He didn't know how to do it. He did the best that he could. But I judged him on that.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
My advice to kids, if your father or your mother is in your life, do your best to talk to them. You know, because they only doing what they have been taught or what they've learned. But to my, you know, to answer the question fully, for the man just to be present in the life, because without, that's one of the biggest problems right now. The man is not present because we judge the man on so many things. But have you ever listened to that man in that state? So these characters that I play, the businessman is speaking from a businessman point of view. Church guy grew up in the church. The entertainer grew up as the entertainer, the athlete. The gangster, which is one of the characters that everybody's like, wow, because he's coming from pain. He had to help raise his brothers and sisters because his mom was on drugs. His daddy was nowhere to be found. So what do you think he knows? How do you think he's going to relate to a woman? You know, so all of this stuff is, you know, I just thank God that he gave me the strength to do it, to be vulnerable. And every time I do this, every time I talk, it's peeling away layers. Because as I sit with you, I'm struggling. Would hurt, you know, just buried a friend of mine, 52 years old, just dropped dead.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, another one of my boys dealing with something that he shared with us in the group, and I'm covering him in prayer. It's a very, very life-threatening disease, and it's just like, wow, you know, we just have to keep each other covered in grace and prayer.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Thank you for being so vulnerable, man. Yeah. That's what I love about what you're saying is that you're kind of the full gamut of men, period, right? Like what you're portraying in your story, you're still living, right? And for you to be vulnerable and talk about what is happening right now, you mentioned your friend, you mentioned, you know, a couple of friends and what's going on. I applaud that because I think people need to understand that they probably seen you on screen, but you're human.
Oh yeah.
And for you to show your vulnerability, for you to share, hey, I'm doing these things. God has given me these gifts. I've been honored. I have accolades, but I'm still human. And opening up the space for others, I commend that. So I just wanted to say thank you for allowing us to talk to you. Man. Ooh, I feel like I need a break, but
I just understand my purpose.
Yes.
If I can say anything, when we find our purpose and you tap in, whatever that is, we got to run with it. Because I've lost so many people in a short period of time. From 2012 to 2016, we buried 13 of my family members.
Wow. And
I had to sing at everybody's funeral. And so I understand my purpose. And I tell people, once you tap in, when your purpose is done, God is going to call you home. So we don't have time to waste. Yeah. If somebody hurts you, you have to give them grace. You got to forgive them. It's up to you how you deal with them afterwards. Sometimes you got to love people from afar. But I know for us as men, when we love hard. And when we give the best way we know how.
Right.
And, that's some of the stuff that I dealing with it, because when I'm in, And so, but I also learned that person that you're dealing with, they're fighting their own struggles. So it's about having the room and the understanding to be like, okay, let me step out of me, but a lot of people don't know how to do that.
So what would you suggest? I mean, because you're dealing with a lot. Mm-hmm. You're a human being. You're opening up your space for other people. How do you protect you?
I just stay prayed up because every day is something. Every day is something. And again, being an actor, my safe place right now, like stuff like this, I feel safe where God is using me to talk to whomever, because all it takes is one person. I go back to this show because every show when we do the Q&A, the testimonies, I had a lady who said, well, I saw your flyer and I saw, a nice looking young man. I wanted to come see. But when she came, she was like, wow, my son just committed suicide several months ago. And this show is helping me heal, helping me understand. So I'm like, wow, God, this is what this is about. This is what all the heartache, all the rejections, all the no's, all the closed doors that I had to deal with, because I suffered in silence. I didn't, the way I acted out at times, the person I was dealing with, they couldn't take it because they looked at it as aggression, and it's just passion because I love you enough to say, hey, let me show you the real me. Let me show you the real me. Huge. Because I'm trying so hard not to be how my dad was in certain aspects. So I overcompensate. I love, and I shared this in the last interview that I had, that I was attracted to toxicity. The more toxic the relationship was, the more I tried to love on her and love on her and love on her. And it was like, I remembered how my mom loved on my dad. She prayed and she loved him where he was. And before he passed, she told me, he turned to her and said, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And she said from that moment on, it was a release. So I find myself, and I ask God to give, I try to find the best in people while I'm trying to, do what I can for me. But God is like, I need you to focus on you more.
Yes.
So you can be aware of some of the things, so you're not being broken even more trying to help. Because I love people, and I try to see everybody through God's eyes.
Because you can't pour from an empty cup.
You
definitely have. You have so much power and so much love. I could just see it just flowing from you. And so we could sit here and talk all day, but I'm gonna let you get on the panel. Thank you so much. Just the love and the care that is shown. Like, I feel it sitting here with you. So I just definitely want to commend you again. Look out, when is the next show? So
we're working on it now. I really it's one that we really work on. I pray to God because my manager told me that they working on getting this.
It's done. We gonna claim it.
One of the biggest things we working on is the HBCU tour.
Okay.
So nice. Shout out again to my business partner Charnel Brown, aka Kimberly Reese from A Different World, which is dropping on Netflix November 24th. So we trying to coincide everything with that.
That would be awesome.
So because we want to do a Black college tour with it.
I love that. So, that is awesome. Well, one thing you want to say to the people to give them just hope, or to tell them something that they should expect when they go see The Black Man, because it's on its way.
Well, I would just say, take in what you can. Or take out of it what you want, because everybody's interpretation is going to be different from it, because it's a ride, it's a journey. But I want to I pray that this show continues to start the conversation, because it's a ministry. That's what it's about. Yeah. And if I could share one thing, I had the last show we did out here in Mesquite, we had 15 young men, ages 18 to 24. Okay. They all came to the show. After the show, I found out they're all in counseling now.
Wow.
Every last one of them. So that's my goal, is to use what God gave me to start the conversation.
I love it. I love the impact you're doing. Man, you all, this has been amazing. Thank you so much, Andre, for sitting down with us. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sitting here in tears because it's the power that's sitting here. Thank you all for just sitting down with us.
Whoa, that was amazing. Very emotional. We definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in. This was an amazing show. It was therapy for everybody. And I hope it was therapy for you. Just make sure whenever the black man comes to a city near you, you up in there. We at the Throne is dedicated to letting you know and continue to let you know where it will land. We are the Throne.